left, and today I'll be going over the whole John Morant situation. Um, my it's been crazy the past couple of days. You can see just 10 minutes ago, Taylor Jenkins, the head coach of the Grizzlies, talked about his suspension in his pregame press, whatever, saying that he understands he got to get help to beat a better place, not just for himself but for his team. We're going to support him, as I said, and we're going to hold him accountable. Sounds like a pretty, whatever response. Hopefully, they're actually not just talking and actually do what they're going to say. And then this just 50 minutes ago. I mean, it's by NBA memes. I know they, whatever. But they actually did bring up a good point. Because this Reddit post, again, it's just a Reddit post. Don't know how true, whatever. Obviously, people who are investigating this could give the details, but Ja had his gun in Denver, meaning he brought it on the team plane. The league has strict rules against bringing a firearm to team facilities, and on team flights, the league could hand down a major suspension, 50-plus games. If that were to happen, the Grizzlies are pretty much just done for. No timetable for his return, according to he's out indefinitely. People just clowning him, NBA memes. They really called John Morant a private school gangster. But yeah, it's been. And then Paul Pierce wants to come in and say, I don't care what y'all say about Ja. I carried a gun after I was stabbed. Y'all don't know what he going through. Everyone got something to say until you really know what's going on in someone's life. And going on in someone's life when you black and you rich, you a target, period. Which is true. But I obviously, I'm guessing majority of people have already seen this whole Ja Morant whole situation. So pretty much what happened yesterday on Instagram Live. He was on Instagram Live, and he showed a gun, and it was definitely not a smart thing to do. And then, so, obviously led to him having a 2-game suspension, and but that's obviously not just been the only thing John Morant's been involved in, beat up a 17-year-old kid. He also did that, apparently last summer, and when they were playing one-on-one, and, it was, I guess, getting competitive, and he punched the kid and threatened him with a gun. This is all this stupid stuff, and I've been seeing Shannon, Shannon's reaction to this has been, the most, well-spoken one, I would say. And, yeah, John Morant deactivated his socials. So, he's definitely trying to figure out what's going on. And Shannon Sharpe was talking about it. And, yeah, he was saying that it doesn't make sense why he's trying to act all thug and gangster and stuff like that when you have $200 million. You have $200 million, you have a Nike endorsement, you have, pretty much you're a superstar in the NBA. He was one of the most loved NBA players. Literally, every other night, it seemed like NBA was posting, John Morant highlights and him dunking on people and all. He has something going for him. He is an icon. He's creating a character for himself. But it's these things that are coming up out of nowhere that have been throwing him off. Because even for me, he was my second favorite player. Well, no, he was my favorite player outside any players on the Cavs because I'm a Cavs fan. But yeah, out of Cavs players, he was my number one favorite player because I just liked his highlights. I liked how he played and all that. And you could kind of just tell he had a sense of confidence and whatever. But then it gets to the point where he's doing all this stuff with guns and all that, and it's kind of getting to be too much. So a lot of people have been throwing away their John Morant jerseys and all that because he's an amazing basketball player. He's just doing stupid things. And then I also saw this Jalen Rose make a statement on the whole situation, and I thought it would be a good one to just let play out because he's gonna, I think, share a story or something like that. So yeah, I'll just let us play through, and I'll talk about it after.
I am John Morant. Like, you guys have got a chance to see me grow up for public consumption since 1991. And I've been involved in drug raids. I've survived assassination attempts. I've been that undisciplined young person that was trying to figure out how to be famous, how to be successful, and how to change the dynamics of my family. The one thing that young people have to understand, and in John Morant's case, when you first get drafted, you go from being a member of the family, a member of the crew, to being the leader, to being the breadwinner. And first and foremost, I hear a lot of people talking about like his family and his crew. When you the leader, it's on you, because you end up searching that lifestyle. You end up wanting to be down. And what I had to learn is that people come into your life for 4 reasons: to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. You have.
I'm just going to stop at that spot for now because I thought it was a good point. I never heard that like saying before. People come in for your life for 4 reasons: add, subtract, multiply, or divide. But I mean, it's very true. And you know, John Morant being around the people he's been around. I mean, like, you know, with his friends that pointed like the red laser at the Pacers team. Like it was bad. So obviously it doesn't seem like he has a strong like, I don't know if like yes men around him, but he definitely doesn't have people that like actually like seem to like want him to like, you know, correct him like and stuff like that when it comes to this stuff, because he seems like he wants to do this and like all that, and people were saying like he's not actually gangster and blah blah blah. And I don't think many people think he is, and it's just a weird look. But yeah, like Jalen Rose was talking about how he experienced the same thing he's going through. He said, "I am John Morant," and he said how he experienced assassination attempts and all that. And I think it's a good message.
Have to choose wisely. He has way too much to lose. Trust me, I've been that young player carrying a gun. And Wilbon alluded to this. When you start waving it, that could get you killed. That's an entirely different thing than we're talking about. A superstar athlete should be putting themselves in position. And as Stephen A. mentioned, that's him on the video, on his IG Live. Ain't nobody coaxing him. Ain't nobody ain't nobody egging him on to do that. That's a personal choice. And a lot of times, guys, as I mentioned, fame can be a drug. And I don't know what type of pain that he deals with and type of anxiety that he has, or what types of substances that he may be using. And I'm glad in his statement that he owned that I need to make changes for me. Because as the leader, as the breadwinner, you control the environment. The people that are around you, you select. And a lot of times, unfortunately, and Wilbon alluded to this also, when we start to get fame, when we start to get money, then we try to feel like we're keeping it real. Like we're trying to be down now. We're trying to be tough now. We're trying to be hard now. But you made it. And once you make it, your job is to uplift, to enlighten. And I'm glad this actually happened at this point of his life. He's a 23-year-old young man. Nobody got arrested. Nobody got injured. And I'm hearing too many stories about pistols. Okay? Allegedly with the 17-year-old kid. Allegedly with the Indiana Pacers staff. Last night on IG Live, I saw the video like you guys did, brandishing the gun. The next step to that is now recovery. And I believe that he's on that path. I'm happy that he's on that path. He's going to return, and he's going to be a better person. And because of all of this taking place, he's now going to be able to live his full potential.
All right. So, yeah, I thought that was a good message by Jalen Rose. Because, I mean, I don't know, he was definitely a lot nicer about it. He was forgiving him, and, you know, because obviously he could relate to something like that. And he was being a little more optimistic and kind of like, you know, trusting the process with him and all that. So, yeah, I think that was definitely a good message to hear. And, yeah, it's just crazy. I'm going to take some time to get help and work on learning better methods on dealing with stress and my overall well-being. Again, I'm all up for John Morant trying to, you know, get help and better himself. I just hope that's what he does and doesn't do, you know, I hope he can find the right people to be around him. And I hope his dad, T. Morant, could actually, I don't know, step in hopefully and get with him and, you know, try to help him and all that stuff. So, yeah, any more updates on this stuff, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.